Hey everybody, Hickok45 doing another vlog. And I'm not even sure what number it is, but we'll figure that out. Thought we'd introduce you to our new puppy. Yeah, Ginger's still around. She's sitting right there by John. She won't come over here and get in the camera. She's not sure about this squirmy little puppy. He's a little bit of an annoyance to her. So we have 7.5-week-old Gunner. Yeah, you knew we would name him something like that, didn't you? This is Gunner, so we're sort of introducing him to the world. We had a lot of cool names that were firearms related and otherwise, but Gunner was just so simple to say, and it's such an appropriate name for him. So he kind of looks like Gunner now. He's been named Gunner for about 3-4 days. So he's 7.5 weeks, and he's a bundle of energy, or he's asleep. He's one or the other. He's a golden retriever, as you might guess, and so he'll be a very demanding package. They require lots of attention, don't you? Don't you, Gunner? Yes. Of course, when they're young, they just want to play and run around and bite and all that. See, little needle teeth. But Ginger's growing used to him and being pretty good about it. At first she wasn't, but now she is. He's just a little annoying package, aren't you? A little annoying dog. Oh, anyway, so we're glad to have our little puppy here. Kind of replaces Bud. Not that he's replaceable, but she's a cutie, or he's a cutie. He's a cutie, aren't you? Yeah, he's a sweetie pie, aren't you? Yeah. So anyway, thought we'd do a little vlog here and introduce Gunner to you. Let you get a look at him instead of just in passing, wandering around in a video or something. And not a lot to say. Just wanted to catch up on a couple things. You probably saw the friendship experience where we were up in Indiana last weekend. No, a week ago, I guess, last weekend, yeah. And had a lot of fun up there. I won't rehash all of that, but we got a little bit of footage. John and I were so interested in looking around, we really didn't go up there just to make a video. We like the place, and we're looking at axes. You can see one of the throwing axes I got there from Beaver Bill. I think he's my favorite throwing axe now. We'll do some more throwing videos. But we got John got an axe or two, and we got some other things like that. So we just like that kind of stuff, and we were kind of in the market for some supplies and different things. So, but anyway, I carried the camera myself most of the time and did some pathetic camera work, as you might have seen. In the bright sunlight, I couldn't see the monitor, but I wanted to get some footage, and so we got enough to put together a little smattering of experiences there. We'll do better next time, maybe focus more on video and less shopping. That's why we do this. We enjoy shooting, we enjoy firearms, we enjoy the primitives and just everything. We're not really, I guess there are people maybe who do things like this just because they're interested in production and doing videos or something, and don't care what it is. But we're just sort of capturing our lives in a lot of ways, on video. So it's kind of a semi-reality thing without all the drama, except for this little guy. He's pretty dramatic. Aren't you, Gunner? You're cute. But anyway, just that was a lot of fun up there, and I hope you can make that sometime. What else? Oh yeah, been getting a lot of questions. Whenever we're doing a vlog, I try to think of things that I've been meaning to talk about. And one of them is I'm getting a lot of questions, and people are sending me messages, questions in private messages like I like, because I read all of those for sure, and I answer most of them. But I'm getting questions occasionally that I really don't have time to answer because I spend a lot of time on those. And I'll get a question occasionally. For example, Hickok, what about what would be your favorite 3 handguns to go off on a survival mission with? Your favorite 3 rifles, and your top 4 choices in shotguns, and why? And that kind of thing. I had one this morning, something like that. My top choices for 3 or 4 different guns and why, and stuff like that. Well, those are like video topics, that kind of thing. I can't really stop and analyze and think about that. I've got another pile of questions I want to get to. Glad to answer questions, and I do most of them. Again, read the FAQs, so view the FAQ videos, and also the questions on the homepage, the items that I discuss about what I answer and what I don't, what I that kind of. I have to triage things, or else I can't, or I just not paying attention to any of it really. If I didn't do that, and I guess there's some folks that do that just don't have time to answer anything. Well, I have time to get to some of it and a lot of it, and it depends on the day too that you catch me and what's going on. I don't leave the question. I can't, and YouTube messages, it sort of disappears, and I have to go on. And if I don't do something with it that day, that hour, I can't. I can't get to it because it's not like emails, you know. You can't save it, so I have to go on. You might try me again in a month, you know. Well, another thing I just thought of along that line are the videos. I get a lot of videos sent to me to look at this video and that video. Same kind of thing. Sometimes I can look at them, sometimes I can't. You know, it just depends on where I am, what my connection is, and my broadband allowance for the month, all that kind of stuff. So, and how much I've got to get to in terms of other items, questions, and comments, and you know, video work, and the rest of our lives. But just be aware of that too. Well, you little squirmy guy, aren't you a bird? Aren't you a bird? Another thing about the channel, the videos, we sometimes if we borrow a gun, we go ahead and do whatever videos we're going to do with it and try to get that back to the person. And sometimes we'll spread those out and post them over a period of a month or two, and then sometimes we'll just post them when we feel like it. Like with the 500 mag, we posted several videos, I guess over a period of 2 or 3 weeks on the 500 mag. We just kind of enjoyed that and thought we'd go ahead and stick them up there along with all the other revolver stuff we've been doing recently. So, whereas with sometimes, I guess it was the M44, the Mosin, we just posted a close-up on that, and that gun hadn't been around for a long time, you know. So it just kind of depends on our mood and what we're doing. So we don't post anything we don't mean to, you know. So if it's not the way you would run your channel, sorry, but we just kind of do things the way we like. Speaking of that, we've had a couple of I don't know, comments lately. Sometimes people, I guess they become professional critics, you know, and well, you're going to have to leave me. You got to leave me. But just a reminder, I know we don't do everything like everybody else would do it. We may not do lots of things the way you would do it, but we don't really post a video without looking at it, and it may not be exactly what we'd do the next time, or there might be something about it we would have done differently a little bit if we did it over, but we don't worry too much about that. If we feel like it's a pretty good video and it serves the purpose, you know, we'll post it and go on. So sometimes a person will kind of make themselves look bad if they post a long critique of what we should be doing and how we should be doing this and that, you know, where they don't send it to me as a message or to John. They post it kind of grandstanding, or I guess showing off, or trying to look big by you know, making suggestions on how we ought to run things. I don't just be aware of that, because it's pretty obvious if you throw it out there in the public arena that you're just kind of making it look that way, or you maybe don't mean to. Private messages work beautifully. If you have suggestions, just send them to me. Send them to me. But again, we do things pretty much the way we want to do them. It's not like we're missing some big opportunity or something. If we don't do something on one video a certain way, we might do it the next time. You never know, right? You're a funny dog. You're just too cute. You're too cute. You need a nap, don't you? But anyway, things are going well, and trying to just think of some things that have come up in recent weeks that not talked about and you might not be aware of. What else was I going to talk about? Mainly, things are going great. Yeah, they're going great. We've had a lot of bad weather the last few days. Seems like it's going to rain and rain every day. We've had some videos we wanted to do the last 2 or 3 days. We just haven't gotten to. It's a muddy mess and everything else. It's been difficult breaking in this little puppy. Yeah, comes out and gets dirty and muddy and wet every time. And he will be an outside dog, but he's spending some time inside right now. Right, while he's a baby. Right, while he's a baby. Well, I'm going to put him down and let him wander a little bit, I think. But he probably won't get far enough. I was going to fire a couple of shots. I'm going to look at the camera and say bye-bye, look cute one more time. You're a whole lot cuter than your owner, aren't you? Oh, you're a sweetie. You're a sweetie. You want to bite my ear? Well, that's really sweet. You're just licking. Usually he's biting. Well, you want to sit down. You're tired of being in my lap, aren't you? So anyway, we always have to end though with a little action. And I feel a storm coming on. So only problem is we can't fire and hurt our poor little puppy's ears. So we'll probably come back to you in a second and do that. How's that sound? Nice. Well, I haven't shot for several days. That felt good. So anyway, we like to fire a few rounds, even in a vlog normally, right? So we appreciate you guys, appreciate you watching, appreciate you listening, because a lot of you actually listen to the radio shows, and a lot of you go back and you watch videos that were made before you discovered our crazy channel, and we appreciate that. Lots of good videos in there. So get around, prowl around, find some of that crazy stuff. But we really do appreciate y'all tuning in, and thousands and thousands and thousands of really, really loyal viewers. And I hear from a lot of you. Wish I could communicate more with you, but sheer volume prevents that, as you can imagine. But we really do appreciate you. We know you're out there. You're sitting right now somewhere in Nebraska, right? Texas, Ireland, Australia, listening to Steve Lee songs, because you like guns too, right? Anyway, I'll quit being silly. Just wanted to chat with you and show you our beautiful little puppy Gunner. Life's good. See you later.